right. He'll get after you every chance he can get on defense. It's the Commanders and the Cards. All that and more coming up next.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you have quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big...
Chad Ryland will have the honor of getting us started. And we're off and running from Landover. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense to the line for second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. That's going to bring up third down.
Third down and 11.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Has it left side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say he brought it in out of bounds, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
I'll tell you what, you give him another foot of space, and he's going to bring that in for a nice gain. The throw, it just didn't give him enough real estate to establish possession before he hit the sideline.
Collects this at the 35. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So here come the Cardinals now as they get set for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a #1 pick out of Oklahoma. One of the game's better runners, it's Kyler Murray.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Murray here on first down. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running with it. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Play action now, Murray. Throw right side, caught by Wilson. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Benjamin St-Juste getting up to end that play. Here we go, second and very long. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. Back to the air, Murray. Warren's got it, complete. And this one does not go far.
Whether they meant to go to him or there's an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a first down. That look, well, this crew defensively was prepared for it and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. Back out run the Commanders for their second drive of the game. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. And he works his way for a gain of 4. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Moss with another carry. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
He was looking for Terry McLaurin. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short.
Not an open passing lane to be found anywhere. He took what he thought was the best one available, and they still managed to tip the ball away.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Starts the return at the 34. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it'll be Cardinals football. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They send a receiver in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Dumps it off to his running back.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 2nd down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Kyler throwing here. This is oh, the football's loose. Oh, the fumble jumps out of bounds. What a break there for the offense. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Looking for Christian Watson that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Cardinals out for the punt. And the fair catch secured here at the 16. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
Tight end in motion left. Daniels on 1st down. Has a man. It's Brown. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 23-yard line.
Running out of the gun with Moss. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. That's a pickup of 9. And the Commanders will have a first. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He's on the move. He takes it himself. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, here's Daniels. this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home that sack.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Escapes out to the left. He's running for it. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Now Murray on the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he found some running room for a nice gain. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Let's come in here, Brock. It's Murray. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. They get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends.
So out now comes the punter. Brian Anger, the one to send it away. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. Third time they've called on him as he gets this away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Commanders' offense will take over inside of enemy territory. They go counter, it's Moss. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Cardinals' 48-yard line.
Now Daniels off the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. He can run it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Play fake here, Daniels. Headed out right. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Moss gets it from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They have it second down, well inside of field goal range.
Ready.
Daniels back to throw. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Putting a receiver in motion. Now Daniels to throw. Moss hauls it. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Robinson. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Give them 3 yards, and they're just inches away on 3rd down.
3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Daniels now. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that forces them to 4th and goal.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later. I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Trying the left side with Warren. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Brought to the ground by Kaiser White. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Brian Anger on now to punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he's brought down before the return gets far. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Commanders will go on offense. 1st and 10 now from the 30. The drive starts with a run by Moss. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. That one's rejected at the line. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Daniels. Able to get it to Moreau. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Starts his return from the 23. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it'll be their football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play action now. Murray gets this one to Harrison. Has a hole left. Room to run. He does it. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals need only one to take the lead. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Ryland able to connect on the point after. And the Cardinals take a 4-point lead. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. His return starts at the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. That throw behind his intended target. Looking for his wide receiver there. So 2nd down coming up. Complete. It's Cooper. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. So now here's 3rd and 5. Here's Daniels. He has the first over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Again, Daniels to the air. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This is one of those situations where a QB's strength and ability to run can be a great blessing, but can also be a curse. We've seen him use his feet before. This guy can escape, and that's a blessing. But it can be a curse because sometimes you think you can get out of everything. And this defense just proved he couldn't.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Here's Robinson up the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but they're still well behind the sticks. 3rd down coming up. Throwing from the gun here. That's into the hands of Moreau. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
They bring on the punt team, and they get this kick away. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. The Cardinals and Marvin Harrison Jr. set for this next possession. And they've had a real connection looking his way in our opening half. Seems pretty clear that he's the one the coverage is going to have to adjust to and start slowing down. Slot receiver headed left. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You can keep your job in the NFL as a D-tackle if you eat up space. You really can. But you make that bad when you can defeat blocks, penetrate, and create runs for losses as a defensive tackle.
On 2nd down, Warren. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
Flushed out of the pocket. And he has it up to the 9-yard line before going down.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Punt team on the field. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Taken in near the 46. Escapes a defender. And a nice return. Has him looking at a very short field now. A nice 15-yard pickup on the return. And they're going to be set up in great position to begin their drive. Throwing now, Daniels. He gets this one to McLaurin. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a first. Daniels. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a second-quarter lead. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Carlson good on the extra point. And the Commanders push their lead to 3. All set now for the kickoff. Here's Miller on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out head the Cardinals now on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Cardinals with a lot of work to do to get into scoring range. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Taken in by Harrison. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. First down, ball at the 36. Murray setting up to throw. And that one's going to hit the turf. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now it's second down. Murray from the pistol. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Murray on third down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up fourth down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. The Commanders and Terry McLaurin are ready for another look on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. On first down, here's Daniels. This finds Moreau. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Now Daniels off the play action. Vacates quickly left side. He's keeping it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders grow their lead just before halftime. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders make it a 10-point ball game. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Good looking return here, and he's got room. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50. Out come the Cardinals on offense late in the half. That score made it 17-7, but they can cut it back to a 1-score game here. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the gun, it's Murray. Throw is there, Trey McBride. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Now Murray. McBride hauls it in. This is ahead for about 5. Play made by Deron Payne. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Now Murray on the play fake. This one is hit by a defender and lines up incomplete. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. They're going play action. Complete beyond the marker. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. The both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully. And the tight end, the beneficiary. I know, you always want to finish drives in the end zone, but no matter what, the important thing is they end in some kind of points. And that's mission accomplished there.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Back to throw it. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
The score, Commanders 17, Cardinals 10.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the Eagles who come away with the home victory. Devontae Smith, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Chiefs. Josh Allen with a touchdown pass to Keon Coleman. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Bo Nix has thrown a touchdown pass. The Commanders got a strong first half out of their quarterback, Jaden Daniels. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Here's Miller on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Here come the Cardinals to begin quarter number 3. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be fiery to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Counterplay here, Warren. He's contained at the line for no gain. Up to the ground by Kaiser White. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Warren. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Tight end going in motion here. 2nd and 15. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Now Murray on 3rd and long. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
And he's calling for a fair catch, which is made at the 33-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, Daniels. That's incomplete left side. Couldn't connect with Amari Cooper. And it sets up 2nd down. Up the gut, they go with Moss. And he's tackled for a short gain. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Now, elsewhere on the return, there's an injured player in need of some attention, which he will get as trainers head his way. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They go with Williams on the counter. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. And Luvu there for the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another run for Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still third down.
The penalty makes this a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Murray. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
He's got it at the 24. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they'll get ready to go on offense. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Let's go now.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Completed over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Fits it through the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. They'll come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Moss goes up and over for the touchdown. The Commanders take a 13-point lead. Carlson now to add one more. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Here's Miller on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Cardinals and this running back headed back out for a new series. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Here's Williams to start the drive. And that's good for a gain of 5. Marshawn Lattimore up from the secondary for the stop. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. This one quickly to Harrison. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Play action now, Murray. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now here he goes. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now we're going to have a break in the action as one of the Cardinals is in some pain, and they'll be out to look at him. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Here's Murray. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Murray from the pistol. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
That's caught for the first. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's a Cardinals first down.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground with Williams. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Call that a modest improvement. 3 yards that time, but still a 3rd and 7 upcoming. Murray. Throw complete to Williams. And he couldn't quite get the edge. He goes out of bounds and maybe gets back to the line.
I got to be honest, it hurts a little extra when it comes on 3rd down, but it really doesn't matter what down it is. If a completed pass is stopped at the line of scrimmage offensively, that's a failure. Defensively, that's a success. You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Starting the drive with a give to Moss. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Washington first. They send the tight end in motion left. Running out of the gun with Moss. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about real power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run. Great try at that first down.
And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down. They go counter, it's Moss. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 3 quarters in the books from this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing now, Daniels. This finds Moreau. Decent gain here, but short of the first. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Defense showing blitz, Daniels. Able to get it to Moreau. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
A 53-yard attempt.
A kick they needed, but it's no good as it sails too far right. And we're going to get a timeout from the defense here. First and 10, Murray. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it's going to be second down. Man in motion here. Now Murray on the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll step up, and there he goes. And this one doesn't go far.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. He lofts it deep left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
The Cardinals out for the punt. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up second and 3. Right back to Moss now. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
The rookie from Florida in on that stop. Second and 6 coming up here.
Now second and 6.
Here's Daniels. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Cardinals have some new life in the 4th. Well, Brock, they could have gone run to set up 3rd and short, or they could air it out and try for more. They picked the latter, and the coverage was ready for it.
Sure was, Kate, and this is why I play in this position. You've got to have a short memory. You must flush it. I love the decision to be aggressive. I always fall on that side of the coin. But when you throw a pick in that situation, such a manageable second down, well, you got to learn from it, move on, and certainly flush it away.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. They'll send him over right. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Second down now, 7 to go. From the gun, it's Murray. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll run the toss for Williams. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
Yeah, these end cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long. They send a man in motion. 3rd and long for him here. He rolls to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by Moss. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding. Offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Moss gets it from the gun. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there. That's going to be a penalty.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 2nd down.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They'll run here following the penalty. And he found some running room for a nice gain. He picks up 8 on the run, and now they're going to have 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Moss hauls it in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
On is the punt team, and away goes the punt. He fields this at the 18. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Murray here on 1st down. It's taken in by Williams. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Cardinals 8 points behind. Back to throw. McBride hauls it in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Wilson's got it. And he's brought down after a short gain. Here he is to throw. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up. Here he is to throw. That one's caught along the left sideline. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Setting up to pass. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. He'll look to throw it. He's got him. That's McBride. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Throwing now. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
He finds him beyond the marker. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's tackled for no gain. Cardinals in the hurry-up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on to a well-placed hit like that one.
And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Throwing deep for the end zone. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. Commanders breaking out the victory formation here as he goes to a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.